For early spring, I start a lot of greens like kale and lettuce and spinach to plant outside in my garden. These are all very cold tolerant type of plants, meaning they will survive the low and fluctuating temperatures that we get in Northeast Ohio. We have very crazy springs where one day it can be 60 and the next is back down into the 30s. And so all of these greens here are going to be able to withstand all of that temperature fluctuation. All of these seedlings have spent the last 4 weeks growing inside my house on my grow station. I finally was able to bring them out to my greenhouse today because our temperatures are going to be at least at or above freezing for the next week. So this is a good time for me to get all of these seedlings acclimated to all of the temperature fluctuations that they are going to experience outside in the garden when I plant them in the ground. If we planted these in the ground today, after spending the last 4 weeks growing in the controlled environment of my house, they would likely shrivel up and die just because they are not used to the extreme cold. With our overnight temperatures being around 32, 33 degrees Fahrenheit, these baby seedlings will get used to that cold temperature and be able to go outside in the next couple weeks. So by keeping them in my greenhouse, they are still in a more controlled environment. My greenhouse does get very warm on a sunny day. It's probably about 70, 75 degrees in there right now, where it's about 37 degrees Fahrenheit outside. So I feel really good about having my seedlings in there at the peak of the day where it's nice and warm in my greenhouse, and then it will gradually cool overnight, but they're not gonna freeze. This process to acclimate my plants to the cooler weather is called to harden them off. For any plant that you're growing in a controlled environment indoors, it has to be hardened off before it goes outside. This is even true for your frost tender plants like your tomatoes and peppers. If they live their entire life inside and then you just put them right outside and think they're gonna be fine, they're not. The sun is way stronger than they've ever experienced, so they're gonna bleach out the leaves, and the temperature fluctuations are really gonna hurt their precious little root systems. So we are gradually introducing these plants to the outside environment. Now, if you don't have a greenhouse, you can also just set your tray of seedlings outside in a sunny area for an hour the first day and then bring it back in. The next day, set them out for 2 hours, bring that back in, and keep working your way up little by little to get those plants acclimated to the outside weather. Not hardening off your plants is a reason a lot of new gardeners experience early garden failures and why their plants may die. With a little care and patience, all of these greens will be soon ready to eat. So make sure to follow along for more home garden tips. I want to see you grow a lot of food this year.